Hey, welcome to the YouGoin'Pro channel. This is your very own coach, Larry, and today is a special episode for all the boys, young men, young girls, young ladies that are trying to get that D-1 offer. The offer that they've been dreaming all their life to get to that next level. It is possible, and we're going to do everything we can in this episode to try to help you get there. So let's get it on. Today is we're talking about want that D1 offer, master the speed game like the very own Elly De La Cruz, I apologize, and Bobby Witt Jr. This is going to be one of those things that if you have speed, you want to listen. If you have just a little speed, you want to listen. So welcome back. Let's get ready. Let's get into it. I'm going to break down the two things that those two MLB players have in common, very much in common. They have speed, they have athletic abilities, and the tip for the very first tip is this. It is turn your speed into pressure. When you turn your speed into pressure, anything is possible. And when I say anything is possible. Speed isn't just for running fast. Make the defense panic every time you get to the batter's box, every time you get on the base. That's something that De La Cruz puts pressure on the defense on every single pitch. Bobby Witt Jr., he turns singles into doubles. So he's always thinking ahead. What can he do once he gets on base? You should have those same mindset as those two MLB players, De La Cruz and Bobby Witt Jr. So I'm going to show you something because D1 coaches, they really, really like that. I want you to put the defense on their bottom on the tip of their toes every time they see you. So one step that you can take, an action step you can start practicing on each and every day, time yourself in a 60-yard dash and time yourself from home plate to first base. Time it. See if you're getting faster each and every time you run. Break it down. Get faster. Get better. Train your running IQ. Train yourself as you're swinging. Visualize it. See it. Being aggressive in a game is a weapon. It's a weapon. You should always be at that point that you are always trying to get the defense on the edge of their feet, because every time you get to the batter's box, they know something's going to happen. So let's work on that. So that's tip one, turn your speed into pressure. And those were the action steps, the 3 action steps we just gave you. Now let's get to tip two. Tip two, control the game with your first step quickness. First step is most important step. Now, some guys don't have that first step, but let's work on that first step, because that first step, it's like when you see a pitcher's pitching on the mound and he moves his foot and he's trying to release this pitch and he's got that leg up. That leg comes up, bam, we leave. We look at the bottom of his feet. We're trying to steal that next base. I seen De La Cruz here recently, and De La Cruz, he stole second base, and then he stole third base, and then he stole home. And, that's pressure. That's putting pressure on that team. So you better believe that every time that you get on a base and you have that same mindset like De La Cruz or Bobby Witt Jr., things will happen. So, I want you to understand that, get a grab of it. And it's not just about, base stealing. Like I just stated, that first step is important. And the reason I say it, because it has to be explosive. You want it to be explosive. If it's explosive, think about that. Think about your first step in everything you do, hitting, catching, throwing, everything your first step. So here's an action step you can take and start doing it as immediately as possible. Start doing some cone drills. Do cone drills. Do some ladder work. Shuffle your feet work, because feet work is so important. Also, practice reading and reacting on live at bat. So, for example, just say your team is doing some BP, you're hitting batting practice on the field. Take your position and start, working on it as they're doing hitting batting practice. That's when you start working on it. Those are the times you start and challenge your reaction that it gets better and better each and every time. So that's tip. Those are the action steps for tip two. Again, tip two is control the game with your very first step, your very first quickness. That's what we want to work on. Now, tip three, I want you to do this. Use your tools in every phase of the game. Every phase of the game, use your tools. Don't just use it when you're hitting, because a lot of guys, I love to hit as well. But I can guarantee you this. If you're going 0 for 3 or 0 for 4 and you hit a fly ball, you hit a line drive, you struck out, or you hit a hard ground ball to the third baseman, or whatever the case may be, you can redeem yourself when you get back in that field. When you get back in that field, you're playing defense. It's on. You can be 4 for 4 in defense. Too many players just want to showcase their offense. So Witt and De La Cruz are so athletic in every aspect of the game: hitting, defense, base running, their approach at the plate. Take that same thing and you apply it to your game as well. A coach wants to see you be a game changer. He wants to see what you're doing when you're not hitting. That's where the scholarship is earned. That's where the offer will take place. Because today's topic is you want that D1 offer. You want that D1 offer. So master the speed game like Elly and Bobby Witt Jr. So as I just stated, tip three is use your tools in every phase of your game. Now here's an action step you can start using it immediately. Treat defense like it's in the bat, like I just stated. Treat defense like it's in the bat. Also, add agility and glove work in your daily routines. Add agility and glove work. That you can do that. Actually, crow hop and do something if you're playing defense. If you're playing outfield, it's another way you can do that as well. Compare your practice each and every day like it's a game 7. Act like every practice is game 7. Act like there's scouts out there. Act like that's that school that you want to go to, and they're out there watching you. Tip 4, be predictable. Be unpredictable. Be unpredictable and aggressive. Now, let me say this because I'm a very aggressive guy, especially when I'm coaching. I was aggressive when I was playing baseball, and I have a pretty aggressive personality. But let's just break this down. Aggressive doesn't mean radical and crazy. Aggressive is under control, making things happen with passion. I want you to understand that because Elly, I just told you about he stole from second, third, and stole home. Bobby Witt Jr., he makes singles into doubles. So D1 coaches they love ball players. They love players that make things happen. Elly De La Cruz, he doesn't wait for permission to give him the green light to do his thing. He just goes. Make plays and shift the momentum of the whole game. When you make plays like that, everything changes. You get respect like never before. I'm telling you, the respect will go off the charts. Bobby Witt Jr., he shows that confidence when he gets on the field with that baseball IQ, doing the things he needs to do on the field. Be aggressive and in control. That's the next level. Now, you may say, Coach, my coach doesn't let me do that. Well, ask your coach, give you a green light. And what is it going to take for you to get that green light? So here's some action steps for tip 4. Tip 4 is be unpredictable and aggressive. But here's action steps with that. You can start practicing this right now. Practice daily stealing bases and reading pitchers every day. Every time you're on the base, practice that when you're in practice. Number 2, let's practice this. Compete on situational base running. I want you to compete. Like if you're playing an inter squad, every time you're practicing, I want you to compete. Practice that. Be a threat every time you're on the base. Those are the action steps you need to take. I got one more for you. I got tip 5. Tip 5 is for you. Tip 5 is play with energy because coaches love it. Wow. Play with energy. Coaches, they love it and they feel it. It changes the whole atmosphere of the whole team. You can be down 7-0 in the first inning. And we got to, if you're playing high school ball, it's 7 innings. If it's college ball, it's 9. The game's not over yet. Somebody got to turn on. So why don't you be the one to turn it on? Be the difference maker. You can make it. You can make it happen, but don't be fake. Be genuine. All right? That's what I want you to do. Think about that. Bring the juice, bring the fire. Come on now. D1 coaches see that and they think that you're different. When they see that, they know that you're different. That's that D1 offer is waiting for you, waiting for you. So let's make it happen. Also, if you play flat, you look flat. Play with passion. The coaches will remember you. Trust me, they'll remember you. Also, here's an action step right here. Be loud when you're in the dugout, but don't be obnoxious. Be loud. Be loud. Bring it. Bring it. If your coach is cool with that, do it. Be vocal, but be encouraging. Sprint on and off the field all the time, even if it's the last inning, on and off the field. You never know who's watching you. Show body language that's a good body language. You're built for this moment. If you're down 7-0, you're down by 3 or whatever the case may be, you're built for this. You be the one to build it up. Check that out. Now, those are the tips right there. Tip 1, turn your speed into passion. Tip 2, control the game with your first step quickness. Tip 3, use your tools for every part of the game. Tip 4, be unpredictable and aggressive. And tip 5, play with energy so coaches can feel it, feel the energy coming from you. You be a difference maker. I just want to make sure, you enjoyed this today. We talked about a D1 alpha, so master the speed game like Elly and Bob Jr. So, speed is a gift. We all have some form of speed. Use it. It's a decision. Make a decision. Bollywood Jr. and Elly de la Cruz didn't have permission to be great. You don't either. You can be great, but you got to believe it, apply it, and make it happen. Come on now. So those are the 5 tools. I want you to make it happen, so the coaches can notice you, so you can get that D1 offer. So you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like. So every time we're posting great news, great content, you can apply it every time. So leave a comment. I check my comments. I'll be glad to get back with you. And also with that, if you really want to take it to the next level, besides this great content, I got some great information coming out. September the 30th, 2025, I got a new book coming out for you. Stay posted. We're going to give you that link, and you can be able to go ahead and download and get a pre-order as well. It's coming out here any day. So stay tuned. My YouGoin'Pro channel, and also you can hit me on that Instagram as well. As Instagram, YouGoin'Pro Sports. YouGoin'Pro Sports. Be gladly to stay posted. We give out all this great information on the YouTube channel, also on Instagram, and also on our podcast we're doing each and every Tuesday with nice guests, celebrities, MLB players, coaches, the whole 9 yards. So just want to throw that out there and plug that out there. This is YouGoin'Pro coach Savell Laurie. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking to you. Hey, take care. You can do it. Make it happen. Bye-bye.